Yogis, today we'll actually start in a child's pose. So we'll come to the knees and take those knees nice and wide, and then from there and out let your body sink forward. Just a sort of lazy and easy child's pose to begin with, where you can have a little support underneath your head to make the floor just a little closer and a little bit more accessible. And so for today, we're working a lot on the lengthening of our front and side body. And so as you find yourself into your child's pose here, just taking a few moments here to connect with breath, and just listen out as I kind of give a little bit more of a rundown on what we're doing today. And so in yoga therapy, when we're looking on lengthening our side body, that's often done when there's been chronic fatigue, when there's just that sluggish kind of feeling. And when we're lengthening the side body and strengthening the side body, it has to do with the front of our body directly as well. And it is quite easy to explain, because if we are most of our days seated, and that we have that lack of space and that lack of oxygen flow into these vital organs that house themselves into our torso. And so with that comes some dis-ease if they don't get enough blood flow and oxygen flow. And if we really kind of do not lengthen that out and nourish that, whether it's through sleep, management of stress, diet, but then also actual length, bringing length and posture back into the body, that dis-ease might actually eventually lead to diseases. And I think that's always a nice kind of way to describe dis-ease and then disease as well. Not nice, maybe. Nice might not be the right word, but I hope you know what I mean. And so as we're in our child's pose here, begin now to find that length through that stretching of the hands forward and letting the forehead touch down. And so we're finding that length here. I want you to find the hips to sink down deeper onto the heels. And then send that breath all the way into the belly and the chest. And so that massaging sort of takes place into the belly, onto the thighs. And this is also a sort of massage into our ascending and descending part of the column, right and left side, which is an amazing way to just make a little bit of movement, create a little bit of movement and compression there. Now with the next breath in, really reach as far as you can forward. The arms are off the floor, but the hands are down. And on the exhale, walk your hands towards the right side of your mat. It doesn't need to go very far. Your head is still down. And the more you stretch, especially that left hand, the more you should start to feel a stretch through the left side of your body. And again, see if you can still ground both sit bones, so both sides of your glutes into the heels as you continue your breath there. And then the next breath in takes you back through center, 12 o'clock. Reach and stretch, find that length all over again on your breath in. And then exhale, walk those hands over towards the left side. And again, just see where you can take this, right? Lefts and rights might just all by themselves be a little bit different. And stretch through that right side body. Ground through the two shoulders and armpits and sit bones. And send the breath still all the way into the belly, so avoid that shallow breath. One more full round of breath here. And walking it back to 12 o'clock again, shifting ourselves forward onto hands and knees. Start to curl your toes there. We'll start to take a few classic cat-cows. So inhale, open and lengthen, and really feel that into the front of the chest as well as the abdomen. Exhale, hug the belly in, close, compress, chin to chest. Inhale again, lengthen. Exhale, compress and round. Good, two more like that, inhale. last one like this, inhale. And we'll continue our cat-cow, but we'll make this our curious cat-cow, just so you know different variations. So you look towards your right hip, feel that little stretch coming out of the lower waistline. Exhale, change sides, so stretch through the side body. And those hands stay down firm. Inhale through the center. Exhale, feel that stretch through the waistline. And really kind of maybe now close your eyes and start to freestyle this. Notice what you need to do in terms of hip and upper body movement to find that stretch. I'm pretty sure that one side will feel quite a lot more tight than the other side. Very normal, by the way. And then we come back to center. We make it now a little bit bigger. Walk the knees back just a touch further so you have a long sort of tabletop. Inhale now, curl the toes, shift the hips forward. Maybe the hips come down, maybe not quite. Really long into the front of the hips. And then exhale back into that child's pose. Inhale, come forward, chest open, no shoulders into your ears, so pull them down and back. Exhale, child's pose, 2 more rounds like this. Inhale. Exhale, a little bit more awakening type of cat-cow this one. Last round. Breath in and breath out. And coming back to our normal tabletop, so a little walk forward. Let's keep the left shin down, the left hand to the middle of the mat, and then step the right foot in line with your knee. Now your left toes might kind of come off on an angle, off the mat, I should say. Reach the right hand over now and feel that long stretch. Really lift those hips as much as you can. One more deep breath in. Exhale, come back tabletop, change your sides. Right foot might come a little off the mat. Left foot steps in line with the knee long. Reach maybe up first to find that alignment. Then over and lift those hips here. Soft through the right elbow, length through the left side body. One more round of breath, lift those hips. And exhale, tabletop, curling those toes, lifting those hips, downward facing dog. Now find some length onto the back side of the legs by paddling out those heels. So one knee bends and the other one bends. But don't lose that engagement into the spine. So really send those hip bones up to the sky and press firmly out of the floor with height up to the sky. Now you might bend your knees a little bit more now as you hold it still. So lift those sit bones even a little bit higher. And then really find and commit to breath here, in and out through the nose, keeping our nervous system nice and calm. We bring our feet a touch closer to each other, lift the right leg up, big breath in, and then bend your knee and open it up. So you get a deep bend through the right knee. Get your foot to flex up into the sky, and see if you can lengthen that right front of the hip, going into the right front of the lower abdomen and side waistline. Let's change sides. Right foot comes down, left leg up on the in-breath, to your hip yawn, exhale, bend. So really see if you can stack those hip bones more on top of each other. Still push the floor away. It should be incredibly long now through that lower waistline into the lower belly, and then the psoas front of your hip. Bring this down to the floor. And let's take little steps forward until we find ourselves into a forward fold here. Just shake it all out. Big breath in. And a big breath out. And everything nice and heavy here. Curl up on your next breath in. Slowly, slowly, slowly. Good. Come to stand into your mountain pose. Take a moment to stand still, to maybe commit to an intention that you have for your practice, or just a moment to find stillness and to find breath. And we'll flow through those sun salutations, which are all too familiar by now. Inhale, reach the hands up to the sky. Can you find length into the full of the torso and a slight opening through the heart and chest? Exhale, forward fold. Bend the knees deeply. Let your stomach rest on thighs and knee to forehead to knees. Inhale, flat back, hands to shins, lengthen the side and the front body here. And then exhale, step into a high plank. Take the knees down, shift forward, elbows brush the ribs as you lower down, chaturanga. We'll take a baby cobra here. Inhale, shoulders are down and back. Nice little moment to have all those organs compressed as your stomach is resting on the mat. And then downward facing dog as blood can rush through again. One breath in. One breath out. Adding a little bit onto the sun salutations. Inhale, look forward, right step or jump, exhale. Inhale, flat back, breathe in. Exhale, forward fold, breathe out. Inhale, reach up to the sky, and once you're all the way up, cross your thumbs. And exhale, half moon to the right side. Hips go to the left side, arms to the right. Inhale, reach up to the sky. To the left side, and hips to the right. Stay long, armpits to the front. Inhale, come back through center. Exhale, forward fold, hands together or wide. Inhale, halfway lift, flat back. Exhale, step back, high plank. Maybe knees down, maybe you're ready for a normal high to low plank. When you're ready, arms slide past the ribs, triceps working hard. Again, a baby cobra here. Let the abdomen ground, squeeze the elbows in, let the toenails be down onto your mat. Downward facing dog, press back. A breath in, a breath out. Inhale, look forward, and step or hop to the top of the mat. Inhale, flat back, even the neck lengthens. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale to rise tall, cross the thumbs to the left side, half moon, hips to the right. Inhale, reach through center, and exhale to the right. Inhale through center, and exhale, forward fold. Warming up, breathing with the movement. Inhale, and exhale, high plank. Maybe again to the knees, otherwise shifting forward and exhale to lower down. Last cobra, or maybe you keep that, that's fine too. Squeeze the elbows in, shoulders back, collarbone smile. Downward facing dog, press back. One breath. And again, inhale, look forward. Step or a little hop to the top. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise. Good. Keep reaching up for the sky. Lift your heart. Push the hips, the pubic bone a little forward, and lengthen the front body. And so don't collapse into the lower back. Think about hard up. Think about someone lifting you out of the ribs. You might even bring the hands to the lower back. Find a little back bend. Big breath in. And exhale, forward fold. Halfway lift, breath in. Exhale again, step back to your plank. Knees down, we're shifting forward, lower down, we stay. We tent the hands on either side of our mat, so that means those fingertips really come onto the floor. Inhale, rise up into sort of a back bend, as high as you pleasantly can go without it hurting the lower back. And then bring one shoulder down, one ear down. Exhale. Inhale, lift the other shoulder and ear. One more full round, so both sides. Last one. And I'm parking the hands back underneath the shoulders, curl the toes, either through the knees or push up to a high plank, come back to downward facing dog. Big breath in here. Big breath out. Good. Inhale, lift the right leg up. Big breath, big breath. And then exhale, slowly bring it all the way forward and step it in between the hands. Good, back knee can always go down if you need that today. Otherwise, we come up to a crescent lunge. That's a high lunge as well, same thing. Squeeze those glutes. Relax the shoulders and breathe. And then for today, again, really try and think about lift and length out of the waistline. So maybe bend the back knee a little bit so you can lengthen more into the lower back as well. Another deep breath in. And another deep breath out. Good. From there on out, interlace the fingers right behind you. Lengthen the chest forward, straighten out the back leg, lean forward here. And so the glutes and the hips are working really hard, but the chest is nicely opening. Take another round of breath here. Sweep the arms all the way back up. You're back into your high lunge. We open up, warrior two. So that's heel to heel alignment. And that knee over the second and third toe. You should be able to see your big toe, please, as you are looking down. But then look forward over your right middle finger and that's all in place. Let's reverse. Right hand towards back. Stay low through the front knee. Find this length on the right side body. And as we're reversing, stay in reverse, but straighten the front leg now. Look at your back foot. See if you can lower the hand maybe a touch further. One more round of breath. And then rise up. Arms long, straight legs, maybe a smaller step. Reach and extend forward for our Trikonasana. Right hand to shin, left hand reaches up. And then find that rotation. Two collarbones up to the ceiling. Breathe. That left hand might stay up to the ceiling. It might come over towards the front of the mat if that encourages more length through the side body. Final full round of breath here. Try not to lean into that shin. And then one more time, we reverse, straight legs. Right hand draws all the way back. And exhale, bend through the front knee. Cartwheel the hands down. Come to high plank, big breath in. And then right hand up, swivel the heels to the left, side plank. Inhale, reach the hand to the front of your mat. Lift your hips high. And exhale your chaturanga. So shift forward and lower the knees and lower down. Inhale, back bending. This can be an up dog now as well. Thighs, knees lift for our up dog, shoulders are down. And then downward facing dog to come back to. A breath here. Left leg lifts, breath in. Step it forward quietly and slowly. And reposition the foot if you need to. If you had the back knee down in the first round, do that here too. And otherwise coming up. So think about length out of the spine. I want you to constantly kind of x-ray the spine and see how can I grow a little taller. Breathe. From here on out, interlace the fingers again behind you. Lengthen forward, straighten the back leg, and lift the fist off your bottom. Lengthen like you're about to take flight, like you're Superman or Superwoman. And those hips and the glutes are working really hard. We take one more round of breath here. You should be one straight line now, from the heel to the top of your head. And then inhale, sweep the arms back up. Open up, warrior two. Take a bigger step perhaps. Heel to heel alignment. And push that left knee towards the baby toe ends of your foot. So your big toe is visible if you look down. Sit a little lower. And stay low as you reverse, left hand towards back. Stay in your reverse. And then straighten into the reverse. So front leg straightens. Look at your back foot. It's straight. See if you can lower maybe the right hand closer to the back foot. Coming up, big breath in. Maybe a slightly smaller step. Trikonasana, reach the left hand forward, left hand to left shin, right hand reaches up. And then spin those collarbones. Really think about the shoulder moving back and up to the ceiling. Push the left hip forward. Find this lift and this length, maybe even over to the front of the mat, as long as it doesn't make the shoulder round. So keep that right shoulder up as you stretch. Stay light into the left hand. One more full round of breath. And then reversing again, keep the legs straight. Breath in. Exhale, bend through the front knee as you cartwheel the hands down. High plank, breath in. Good, side plank, breath out. So left hand lifts. Reach the hand over, big breath in. And then exhale, high to low plank. Inhale, find a back bend. And exhale, come to child's pose. And feel free to have your head again resting on the hands for a moment. Just rock a little side to side. And so again, for this moment, we find this compression into the lower abdomen, ascending, descending, transverse column. Really nice, because length will be there soon. A moment to calm and a moment to ground. Good. If you need to stay, you stay. That's always okay. Otherwise, we come back to our downward facing dog. Take a round of breath there. Send those sit bones nice and high back into the sky. And then inhale again, look forward. A little step, hop, or jump to the top. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, chair pose. Sitting nice and low. So those big toes are together to touch. The weight is really into the heels. And the knees squeeze nice and in line together. And as you stay low, start to scissor the arms away from each other. Reach. And so with that arms reaching away from each other, can you really stretch them away from each other? Those legs start to burn, but there's length, there's space, that's good. 2 hands forward, 2 hands together from center of chest. Take a deep breath in, lengthen, and twist to the right side. Left elbow touches the outside of the thigh, and then push and lift the chest up. Have a look, guys, that your knees are still in the same line. Sit your hips a little lower. Look up as you squeeze the belly in. Good. Inhale, then come all the way to stand tall. Reach the hands up to the sky. Grab your left wrist. So as you grab your left wrist, lift the left hand palm up to the sky. Half moon to the right side again. So we're pulling that left hand over to the right now. So the armpits are still square forward. The hips to the left side. One more round of breath here. Coming upright, hands lift, inhale. Chair pose, exhale. Good. Stretch and reach again, arms away from each other. And so really find that connection, core to spine, navel to spine really. Find that length through the side body. Good, one more round, and then 2 hands come forward. Hands together from center of chest. Take the inhale to lengthen, so important. And then twist to the left side. Right elbow touches on the outside of the thigh. Look down for orientation, check the knees, and then inhale, stay, belly in. Exhale, press and lift. And so those thumbs come right at the center of your chest. Sit the lowest you can sit. Lengthen the shoulders away from the neck and the ears. One more round of breath. Light into the toes. Rise to stand, arms up. Grab the right wrist, hand palm up. Big breath to lengthen up, stand tall. And exhale, reach over to the left side. Pull almost the right arm out and over to the left side with kindness, yeah? Joints happy, but more length through the right side body. One more full round of breath here. And then slowly come all the way back. Big breath in. Exhale, forward fold. Halfway lift, breath in. And exhale again like a little wash cycle. Step back, high plank, knees down or shift forward. Breath in, lower, down, exhale. Into your preferred back bend, breathe in, long neck. Downward facing dog, exhale. Right leg to lift, breath in. Exhale, step it forward, in between the hands. Find your balance, rise, crescent lunge, inhale. Exhale, interlace the fingers. Behind you. Inhale, lengthen forward, hands off your bottom. Good, exhale, come back. Reach the hands up, breath in, crescent lunge, to a warrior two, exhale. We reverse breath in, into a side angle this time around. Right elbow onto the right thigh, left hand can reach up to the ceiling, or forward, up and over. I like to bring it all the way forward and reach it to the top of the mat. And so again, feel that left side body, but also engage the beneath side body, the right side body, to push out of the bottom thigh. And then spin the obliques and the collarbones up to the ceiling as you look up. Beautiful. From there now, look at your front foot. We'll come straight into our flying half moon. Left hand to hip. Right hand really close to the right foot onto the floor. And when you're ready, you hop, lift up. Stack left hip on top of right hip. Left hand above the right hand. And trying to open the front body as much as you can. You might stay here. You might start to bend your back leg, so your left leg up into the sky. Maybe you can even grab the ankle for Chokasana. And we find again then that little back bend here. Push and open and lengthen. If this is not happening for you today, that's so fine. Final full round of breath. And then slowly come back to where you came from, half moon, to a warrior two. Reverse inhale. Exhale, cartwheel the hands. High plank, breath in. Shoot forward or lower, exhale. To the back bend, breath in. To your downward facing dog, breath out. Left leg up, inhale. Exhale, step it forward. Come to those familiar moves. We've been here before. Rise up, breath in. Interlace the fingers. Shoot forward, breath out. Inhale, arms back up, high lunge. Exhale, open up, warrior two. Reverse left hand back, breath in. To a side angle, so left elbow on the left thigh, hand palm up, right hand forward, up and over. And then really take that shoulder back. Push two shoulders out of the neck and the ears. Rotate the collarbones up as you look up. Find space everywhere. Shoulders down, collarbones wide. Reach and stretch them. Looking down at your left foot, right hand to the hip, left hand down, hop, hop, or straight away fly, half moon. Right hip on top of left hip. Start to open the chest too. Maybe hand reaches. Find the whole front body to spin more and more to the right side of where you are. You might stay, flex those toes, or you might bend your back leg, your right leg. Maybe you can grab the ankle and then pull and kick into it. Pull the shoulder open, find that length into the right side body. Then lift through the navel. Full round of breath here. come back, half moon first. Step it back, warrior two. Reverse, left hand back in your warrior two, inhale. Exhale, cartwheel the hands down. High plank, breath in, knees down. If you're getting tired, please exhale, lower down. Back bend, big, small, anything you like. Downward facing dog, breath. And then take another full round of breath here, please. Still lifting through the sit bones, lengthening there. Nice work. When you're ready, inhale, look forward, bend through those knees, a little step or jump to the top of the mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. And just slowly this time around, curl up to stand. So find a little bit of length into each and every vertebra. And come into our dancer's pose or our bow pulling pose. So when you're ready and you're standing tall, let's bring the right elbow on the inside of your waistline. Hand palm facing up. And then slowly from there now, grab the right ankle. Your middle finger should be just where that little hole is, below the ankle bone. Bring those knees together, tuck the tailbone a little. Inhale, reach the left hand up. Charge here, really lengthen up. Exhale, kick that back foot up. Reach the left hand forward. Think forward in between your eyebrows if you have a reflection. Kick and stretch and reach and breathe. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Slowly come all the way out. Take a round of breath. I always like lifting all my 10 toes and then plant them widely. It's sort of that like lifting ground. Good, left elbow into the left waistline. Grab the left ankle from the inside. Good, hook your fingers into that little gap in the ankle bones. Right hand reaches up, big breath in. And some days balance just works, right? And some days it does not. So just go with what's happening. It doesn't matter. Go, charge, kick. Three, 2, and 1. Slowly come back. Shoulders down and back. Inhale. Exhale. Tree pose. Right sole of the foot on the inside of the ankle, inside of the calf, or all the way inside of the thigh. Please never place that on the inside of the knee. Lengthen. Hands together. Breathe. And if you have that right foot into the thigh, you bring the right hand then onto the right thigh to rest, so to speak. Left hand reaches all the way half circle up to the ceiling. And then push your hips a little bit to the left side as you come into your half moon tree. So slide. Right hand down, left hand over. Lengthen the left side body. 3, 2, 1. Come all the way up to tree pose. And then together, right foot steps down. Another breath. Maybe a lift of the toes and a spread of the toes. Other side to finish. Take the same height with the foot. So where you had it before, as long as it's not pressing into joints. Take a moment to find your balance. Stand tall, stand proud. Left back of the hand then on the thigh, left thigh. Right hand circles up, bend over. And then gently finding a side sway to the left side. Do not lift the shoulders. Hips to the right. Hand to the left, maybe a forearm comes flat onto the thigh. 3, 2, come back to tree pose. 1, and come down. Inhale, arms reach up to the sky. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Maybe around a flow, maybe straight into your downward facing dog, your choice, yogi's choice. And so regardless of what you're doing here, find downward facing dog to be our meeting point. Inhale, shoot forward to a high plank. Let's take one more time, a side plank. Feel free to step that right foot to hip level if you're getting a bit tired. Otherwise, your full reach up and over, side plank. Big breath in, strengthening bottom obliques, lengthening top obliques. And then come back to your high plank right there. Breathe into your high plank, press into the back muscles. Lift through the belly, but keep the collarbones sort of wide and spacious and open. And then bring the right knee to the right side of your mat, shin parallel. And the left leg all the way forward to an angle as you come to sit down. So the right shin is bent and onto the mat. Left leg is out to the corner of the mat. Right hand comes behind you and then push into the shin and into the foot. Inhale, lift the hips up, reach behind you. Exhale, sit down. 2 more rounds. Inhale, lift, reach behind you. Exhale, sit down. 1 more. Inhale, lift. Exhale, sit down. And as we sit down, left leg comes all the way forward now. And so right in front of your hip bone. Inhale, arms reach up. And exhale, tuck it around now. Forehead to the knee. You can bend your knee, right? To make that happen if you need to. So do what you need to do. Oh, let's take 3 big breaths here. Rounding through the spine. A compression into all that we've lengthened. So for a moment again, we cut it off. We lengthen, we compress, we chuck it in. And so as soon as we come out, we can find lengthening again. Good. And then 2 legs come forward, 2 knees are bent, hands behind you, and all 10 fingers face towards your own heels. Let's press up to a tabletop. Hips up as high as you can. Try and be flat like a tabletop. Look up or look back. Big breath in. And exhale, slowly come down. Walk your feet in. Give yourself a little push forward. Downward facing dog. Come forward to high plank. Take a side plank, left hand up. Maybe reach up and open, over, stretch through the top obliques, strengthen through the bottom ones, feel it. To a high plank. And again, hold your high plank. Lift the belly, push into the back muscles. 3, 2, 1. Left knee to the left side of the mat. Right leg forward and out to the side. Sole of the foot is into the right inner thigh. Left hand comes behind you. Reach. Right hand up. Inhale. Exhale, sit. 2 more. Inhale. Exhale. It doesn't matter if it's more side or front body because both have been of benefits. Reach, hold, breathe, and sit down. As you come to sit down, bring that right foot more forward, so realign a little. Inhale, reach up tall. Exhale, round, curl, forehead to knee. You might grab the foot. And yes, we can still always grab the foot as well if you need to bend your knee. Different levels of flexibility. Doesn't say anything about you as a person, so let it be. And breathe. Two more big breaths here. You might even be a bit taller after this class. Rise all the way up. You might take your feet back to the floor like we've just done earlier. Otherwise, two legs come forward. Same exercise, but straight legs. Push and lift those hips. Big toes touch the floor. 3, 2, and 1. Sitting down. Inhale, reach the arms forward. Exhale, roll down slowly. Squeeze it in through the abdomen, strengthen the abdomen. Breathe, breathe, breathe. And then stretch yourself nice and long and skinny on the floor. Full round of breath here. Full round of breath out. And as we're already in this shape, we go straight into our banana. Bring your legs to the left corner of the mat. So your foot, your legs, your feet, your legs, everything comes with at an angle to the left side. So do the arms, and so the right side body stretches as you look like a banana. You might grab the right wrist as you pull that over more too. Find as much of a stretch as you can with both shoulders and 2 glutes down. And then close your eyes, because why not? Breathe into that waistline. Take an opportunity to find that length and to send the breath there, and simply through the action of breath, it massages in where it gets so tight, especially that waistline and the obliques here coming right out of the hips. Back through center, so 12 o'clock first. Realign and stretch, big breath in. And then everything a little bit over towards the right side. Feet, legs, arms, and then maybe grab the left wrist to give it a little bit of an extra pull. Your elbows might be a little bent. Can be nice, and might be the only opportunity really to let the shoulders and the hands touch down. Very normal altogether. Take those deep, deep breaths into the lower obliques. Even the belly, let it rise, let it fall with every breath that you take. See if you can at the same time start to just soften a little bit. Soften through the shoulders. Soften through the breath. You might even take some sighs out of the mouth now as we no longer need to manage our breath. Nice, finish that last full round of breath. Feel it go low. And as you come back through center here, bend your knees. Cross the right over the left thigh like you're sitting in a chair. Pop your hips a little bit to the right side. And then the knees to the left side. So we stretch again that lower waistline into the lower back, but also coming into the hips and into the IT band. Widen arms. Cactus, but have 2 shoulders to be down. And if it's too much, guys, just have 2 knees on top of each other instead. Relax the fingers, relax the jaw and the breath and the face. Slowly bring those legs back up, but don't uncross. So keep the crossing of the legs and position the hips back to the center. See if you can lift off those legs so it's still crossed. Lift the upper body and see if you can grab the outsides of the feet, so baby toe sides. Flex those toes, and then see if you can bring your head back down. Yeah, if this doesn't work, come back to your classic figure four, right ankle top of left thigh and pull it in. Otherwise, pull the feet up and into the shoulders, but see if you can still hug your lower back into the mat as well. So you should feel big hip opening and glute opening, right side. 3 big breath here. Use a bit of bicep. Lift that bottom foot a little higher as well if you can. Nice and straight ankles, so don't start to pull onto the sides of the ankles. So flex the toes. And then slowly let go, feet down, arm cross. Left over right thigh now. Hips a little bit towards the left side. Knees full to the right side. And let yourself rest. Spine twist. And modify still, of course, if you need. Relax the fingers and the jaw. Unmanage the breath. Coming up through center, keep the crossing off the legs. Once your spine is flat, lift the legs. Lift the upper body and grab those feet if you can, otherwise come back, figure four. And if you can, then lift those feet, flatten the lower back and pull it in. Lefts and rights are never the same, so just see what's happening here. Lift and pull, lower back down. Left glute, left hip should get a nice, tangy, fiery stretch. Relax the jaw into that. Three more breaths. And again, work on lengthening the sit bones and the sacrum, as much as you can, really, of each and every single little vertebra. Again into our digestive tract here, into our transverse colon. So take that last breath and pull a little more. As the last shape here to do, guys, is to slowly bring it down, uncross, straighten the legs forward. And again, if you need to put something on or over your eyes, do that now as we're setting up for Savasana. Shoulders shimmy down. Shoulder scapula kind of come and nestle together. Take up some space through those legs as the feet naturally turn out. Wiggle and let go of everything. Take a big sigh, lick your lips, soften your face, maybe a little smile. And then committing to gather in absolute stillness here. knees and roll onto your right side for a breath. Using the left hand to press up to a seat, any seat that you'd like. And that's where we bring the hands together, thumb center of chest. Bring the right hand down, lift the left hand up and over. One more side body stretch, inhale. Change the sides, left hand down, right hand over, exhale. Inhale, come up, hands together, thumb center of chest again. Exhale, press and round and curl, belly in. Inhale, reach for the sky, take a little back bend, a heart opening, long, long, long through the spine. And now last time to bring the hands together, to take a moment and thank yourself for showing up. Yogis, have a wonderful rest of your day. Thank you and namaste.